Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently working on a number of things here. We know that we need quite a lot of living metal, and that's definitely going to take a little while. We have a democratic ruler election happening. Okay, whatever. We do want to get the Raging Sea finished up here, and that's going to be a fairly high priority at this point, since we're short on living metal for our other constructions. So that seems absolutely fine right now. We need about 20,000 alloys to do that. What's the current price? Actually, pretty good. Let's go ahead and buy a few. And then we're going to hit this reinforce button. That's going to get us all of our remaining cruisers, as well as 2 of our 35 destroyers. Okay, sounds good for now. So that's okay. We'll get that going. That's going to be quite a lot of destroyers, but destroyers are relatively cheap. So that's going to be like another 15 or 16,000 alloys that we need to toss at that. That's fine for now. What is our current count of living metal? 31. Okay, now we just finished up this colony. That, of course, means that we need to hop over here and grab this gene clinic, as well as put in a habitation district. And of course, this storm still being a problem for us, but our economy is starting to overpower it. And that's fantastic. So that is looking great. Now, we're at 2880 pops. I want to check through our planetary constructions quick here, but there's probably not going to be too much needed, although Celia definitely needs a habitat central control. That will solve all of the current issues on that world, but it needed it. Okay, what else might we need here? Well, nothing is the answer. But we do have 4 idle construction ships right now. Wow. That's a lot of idle construction ships. Okay, we're going to head over to CU. We're lacking right now in the alloys for this. The price is okay. So let's get a few of those going. And then at CU, we're going to build a mega structure here of our Habitat Central Control Complex. Then we've got the crafty cuttlefish out at Perseus, which is also going to need to be constructing a habitat here. Unfortunately for us, we don't quite have enough influence for that, and that's going to cause us potentially a significant issue. We'll see what the situation is here. Same situation. So over at Baltris, we're going to need to head to, like, Farathan. But we're also going to be lacking influence there. And Torfistar, same situation. So we're going to have to head into Ilya, but we're going to have to wait. Each one of these is going to need a bunch of influence. So that's going to be the limiting factor there. For the moment, of course, that's reasonably fine. There's a situation going on here. The Mysterious Labyrinth. Okay. We'll send a team to investigate. That should be interesting. So we do need quite a lot of additional influence at this point, no doubt about that. And that's also going to eat up a fair amount of alloys over time. Let's go ahead and sell. This price is not great. This is okay. This is fine as well. I would love to sell some dark matter. I'm going to do some of that as well, and then we'll buy more alloys in. We're going to need them. But for now, well, all we can do with them really is this. Now, we might be a little short on dark matter. Yeah, 126. That's okay. I'm not worried about that. We'll get that dark matter back. So we're going to be, we're going to be short on dark matter, but our primary limiting factor here is still alloys, and that's understood. So that's fine for the moment. And then, of course, we've got all of these idling construction ships, right? This one is going to be the one that's going to get started first. So that's going to be over, like, here. Although it has to be over the planet, doesn't it? Yes, it does. So we're going to put the Habitat Central Complex here. We're going to have the influence for that soon. But we don't have it yet. So we're going to need alloys again. We'll get a few more of those coming in. And we're currently lacking how much for this? 16. So we're going to need 2 month ticks. Okay, that's understood and completely fine. So we're going to have 2 idle construction ships waiting on additional influence. That's understood. It's unfortunate that all of these finished at the same time, but... So that's reasonably fine for now. and we'll just wait on that. So we're currently 4 influence short from getting another one of these construction ships going. That's understood. I do want to buy in more alloys here. So we're up to 5.5k, and now we can get the Raging Sea reinforcing. This is about half of the remaining destroyers. Now, of course, this doesn't necessarily help our maintenance of our military ships, but here we are. Let's check in on Hosent. This is upgrading to a Starhold. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to go through all of these orbital rings quickly.
Building a new home.
Okay, so we've got this. We can definitely put in an orbital anchorage, and we can put in a naval logistics office. And then we've got this here, same scenario, orbital anchorage and naval logistics office. Let's get at least some of that naval cap coming up. Where's the naval logistics office? Here it is. Why can't we build this? That's weird. Oh, we didn't have the influence, or rather the alloys, did we? I think we were out of alloys. Yeah, that was it. Okay. I'm surprised that the tooltip didn't tell us that then. Okay, so I'd also like to get this upgrading to the next tier, which we can theoretically do. But for the moment, we're going to need to make a few sales here. That'll do for now. And buy in more alloys. This is going to cost us 34 influence, which is going to further delay our construction ships, but I want to prioritize that. That's going to get us additional naval capacity, which is going to get us better alloy production. Same scenario here. This is going to be another 23 influence, and then this one as well. But I'm going to build the orbital anchorages here first. So we're going to get that going, and we'll need to build back up our amount of influence. That's understood. We'll get that done eventually. So checking in down over this direction, of course, we know that the majority of these have been upgraded at this time. Ah, our expedition was lost, but then they re-emerged. Okay, cool. So these are going to need to be upgraded with living metal, and each one's going to be like 71 living metal. We know it's going to be fairly expensive, but for now, that's okay. I'm going to sell off a few minerals. The price on food is mediocre at this moment. And we're going to buy a few more alloys here. So that looks fine for now. I want to put these alloys into our fleet here. We'll get those completed. That's almost done. So that looks good. We have a technology coming in for Naval Cap 2, right? Oh, that's a very long ways away. Okay. Yeah, we should not plan on that being a thing anytime soon. And it's only plus 20, so that's definitely not going to be too major. We are absolutely going to be getting additional naval cap from some of these star bases and, well, this star base and some of these orbital rings. So that will alleviate the situation somewhat, but it will not solve the issue. Okay, so this up in Gamma Velorum is idle now as well. We completed the orbital ring here around Boundary, and this means that we need to start moving this somewhere like... I'm thinking like down here. Let's bring this over to Swir. But that means that we're going to have another idle construction ship once that arrives. Not ideal under any circumstances. But there's not much we can do about it. It just is for right now. We could get rid of a couple construction ships, but for the moment, I don't think that's a fantastic concept. Prices here are not great. We could sell some exotic gases, which I'm okay with doing. That'll be fine, and we can sell some food, and we can probably sell some minerals as well. But we are definitely running out of resources to export. We've been heavily exporting them to essentially subsidize our alloy production. And that's not necessarily ideal. We would prefer to be in another situation, which that situation would be we produce the alloys ourselves. But right now we're in a really awkward situation down this direction where we've got Demi Vito, and we've got... Actually, just Demi Vito? Yeah, just Demi Vito is being hit here right now by this storm. So that's not as bad, but it's still, you know, kind of bad. Okay, So that's fine for now. We're at 2888 pops. I want to take a look through our planetary constructions here and see what we've potentially got going on, if anything. It's only 8 pops, so the odds are pretty decent that they were put to work. And that's Celia there. That's underway. Ah, Matar. Okay, we can definitely get this Habitat Central Complex building right now. That will be fantastic. Anything else? Nope. For now, that's it. Those pops got put to work. Okay. I don't know where. I don't know doing what. I doubt it was making alloys. I would very much like them to be put to work making alloys, but we need so many more pops. We actually got 3 more pops while we were scrolling through that. Okay. I mean, I'll take it, for sure. We are definitely happy to get 3 additional pops, but we need way more than that. We need so many more pops. It's insane how much expansion this economy has in it yet. So definitely lesson learned. We need, if we're going to pursue this sort of strategy in the future with the with the building all of these orbital habitats, we definitely need to pursue having like the rapid breeders trait, and we need to really, really focus on just pumping the pops from the very beginning of the game. That is very clear. Okay, so these alloys are not amazing, that's for sure. The price is okay, though, so we'll buy some in. And we should be getting very, very close here to getting this maxed out. In fact, we can do that right now. So this fleet is completed at this juncture. How are we doing on living metal? We actually have enough to do one of our station upgrades. And that would be a very nice thing to do, but we do need to get one of these construction ships working immediately. So that's going to be on this month tick. We're going to immediately begin construction of this Habitat Central Complex. Wait, it's 160, not 170. Yeah, we can do that right now. Get going on that. So that's 1 construction ship underway. We've got like 3 more. Yeah, we've got 3 more. Scum and villainy on Strum Prime. That's unfortunate. Oh well. So alloy price is not phenomenal. We can sell more rare crystals. We can sell some volatile motes. We are starting to run out of 0. And how much 0 are we actually producing? 60? Oh, that's pretty... I was expecting it to be a lot lower than that. Yeah, that's pretty good. So I would love to buy more alloys. The price is not phenomenal at this point, but we are going to hit 2,900 pops here pretty soon. That's good. I'd really like to be up over 3,000. We're going to need, I think, even more than that. A significant number more than that. We're going to need to be like 4,000 or 5,000 in order to max all of this out. That's not going to happen before this series ends. I think that's very clear at this time. So I want to go down through our orbital stations and see what else we can work on here. So there is this, and I think we should get this queued. There we go. That'll do for now. How are we doing on Hosent? That must be getting close, right? Yeah, that's literally 1 day away. So that's fantastic. We're going to get a pair of anchorages building here. And then what do we want for this building? Well, this is probably going to end up just being like a hydroponics bay, to be honest, or a resource silo. Either of those would be reasonably fine. Let's put in a hydroponics bay for now. I'd like to buy in more alloys, and then we're going to queue up the upgrade to a star fortress. Just like that. So that'll be fine. Now what we can do is we can come down to one of these down here that are not yet upgraded. I want to check in on how Ulasia is doing. Okay. It's got a ways to go yet. That's fine. So we're going to come in here. We're going to hit this upgrade button, and that will be phenomenal. So that'll be Hell's Maw Station upgrading. And then, of course, we just need a little bit more living metal to get these done. So this is like 71-ish, 71, 72 living metal, something like that for each of these. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 left. Only 8. Wow. I thought we had a couple more than that. I thought we were on like 10 left. But no, 8 is fine. I will happily have 8 left. So we still need to be banking up our influence. We'll get there eventually. No doubt about that. But we're not quite ready to get this one upgrading yet. We're going to need some additional living metal. We're also going to need more alloys, but we don't actually need that many more alloys. So we know that each one of these is like 1,500, so I'm going to round that up to times 8. That is 12,800 additional alloys, and I'm going to times 8. That is 576. Okay. That's fine. We can spend some unity on that. That's 576 living metal in total. So that's really not so bad. On this next month tick, we can get another one of these going. I'm going to buy a few more alloys. We really don't need that many more alloys to get this maxed out, though. So that looks great. And we just need to wait for the month tick to get enough living metal to get this done. Perfect. How's that magnetic storm doing? 112 years. Oh, goodness. Okay, well, there's not much we can do about that, I'm afraid. That is just going to be what it's going to be. So these Fire Coral class defense platforms, they do take a while to build. No doubt about it. We'll let those finish up. We'll get all of these done. That should be a fairly short-term project, to be honest. I don't expect that to be too much longer. We could wait out the living metal. So we're currently generating, what, 10.8 per month. So divided by 10.8. Okay. So that's like 53 months, but that's including this. So we know that we have, what, 7 left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Times 72 divided by 10.8. That is about 47 months remaining before we get all of this done. I mean, that's not bad. That's definitely not bad. That's assuming that we wait it out and we don't buy the living metal we need, which we could do for like 20,000 energy credits. That's not all that bad either. We could definitely make that happen. So we could sell some of this, we could sell some of this, although the price isn't amazing. Selling some zero, selling some food, and I mean, we can't quite get it at this point, but to be honest, we don't need to buy all of it right now. We can buy 250 of it, and then we can buy another 2,500 alloys, like that, and then we can get another several of these queued up. So 1, 2, and 3. And now we're going to be short, actually we are short on a little bit of living metal. We'll need about 2 month ticks. Actually like 3 month ticks, most likely. Well, maybe not with rounding. Yeah, with rounding, I think next month tick, we would be able to get another one of these going. So that's absolutely fine. That's quite doable, in fact. We don't, in theory, need any additional dark matter, so we can sell off some dark matter. The price on this is pretty good, and that will help us stay afloat there, but we didn't have all that much dark matter, so that's understood. And yeah, the prices on these are quite low at this time. We can do something like that, and we can buy in 2,500 more alloys. That looks great. And now, on this next month tick, we can get the D471 Singularity, which will be happening here in just a couple days. Remember, February has 30 days in Stellaris, like everything else. And there we go. So now the D471
Ship's
Singularity
upgraded.
is upgrading, and we only need 3 additional here. So that's fantastic. So at this point, if I pull open our calculator here, we can, let me clear this. So we know we need roughly 72. Going to be 3, so that's 216 divided by 10.8. That is 20 months. Exactly 20 months. So that's interesting. No doubt about that. Well, we are at 2902 population, and for the time being, I want to head up over this direction. Let's check our orbital docks on the way through. None of them really need any attention at this time. And of
New
course,
frontiers
we don't have
established.
enough influence for any of these right now. But we did just get Torfree Star Prime colonized, so let's get a gene clinic put in there and a habitation district. We're 2904 population at this moment, so I do want to check through again and see if there are any worlds that require attention. Yes, Tok. This is a tech world, and that's not necessarily ideal, but it'll be fine. We can get a pair of research labs in there. That'll be plenty for now. Cojob Secundus. Okay, we're actually lacking this building slot, but we can take this planetary capital up a bit. For now, let's just upgrade a research complex and call that good. Torfrey Star Prime, yeah, that's being worked on. Anything else here? That's it for now. Okay. Well, we're going to finish off this mysterious labyrinth in 2 months. So that's noted. Pirates in the Olbers system. How very rude of them. Do they even have enough to defeat this station? Honestly, I'm not convinced that they do. I'm still going to send our fleet down. So we'll send the Deluge over. But I am not at all convinced that these guys are going to be able to take on this station. As long as the station has good target discipline here. Nope, it changed targets. Don't do that. Don't change targets. Well, we're sending forces anyway. Either way, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, the station is changing target quite frequently. That's allowing them to regenerate their shields. So that's definitely not ideal. But whatever. It doesn't really matter all that much. So we are losing energy credits at this time. I want to sell some rare crystals and some zero, and the price is low on volatile motes right now. So I'll hold off on that, but we could definitely sell some dark matter here. That'll be fine. Do we want to buy more living metal? Kinda. I'll buy 250, and we'll call that good. Now, we're very, very low at this point on our overall energy credit situation. Let's sell off a few minerals here. There we go. A departure. Okay. We got a specimen from it. Cool. So that's concluded. And at this point, I still do want to sell some volatile motes, even though the price is not amazing. We can sell some exotic gases. The price is pretty good there. And that'll be okay. So we have, of course, arrived here, and we're going to head on back to Gothra. How's this magnetic storm doing? It is just chilling over Demi Vito. Okay, that's not ideal, but it's fine, complete. I guess. So at this point, we have all the living metal that we need to get all of this
Construction
upgraded.
Complete.
So that's wonderful. Let's head back down over here. Okay, so let's get this one going. So we're just lacking a few alloys at this moment. Price on alloys is pretty good, so let's get that in here. And let's upgrade the defensive platform here. And this one, we can't quite... Actually, I think we can. No, we're actually short on... nothing. Why is this telling us only 72? This should be fine. Okay, the tooltip was lying to us. It's absolutely fine. They're all queued up here. So that looks great. Those are all underway. All we need now is Ulasia to finish up its queue here. That's going to take a while. I don't know that we're actually going to wait on that. It is approximately time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to, I think, actually unleash the big one. We've got these guys idling, but we can get one of them to work fairly soon, so that should be okay-ish. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including... I started it a bit late here, including ALS Gamer, Andy McGar, Dark Horse, Xenocyte, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.